Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you another game between Golden Fu and Destination, this time on Metalopolis. Golden Fu spawning as the yellow Zerg player at the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have Destination spawning as the blue Terran at the 12 o'clock position. So, Terran versus Zerg here on Metalopolis. I'm kind of curious as to what will be happening once again and how these games will play out. So, Destination blue Terran versus Golden Fu yellow Zerg. Excuse me. So, in this Terran versus... Wow, a little bit of a headache. In this Terran versus Zerg matchup, because of the relatively close spawning distances, we may see a lot of air units. Golden Fu moving out with this Overlord, doing a very good job to check these refineries first. As soon as he saw these refineries, he then made sure that there was nothing over here at this command center. And now, very smart by Destination. Destination wants to see if Golden Fu did in fact spawn in this direction, and now is going to move out with a drone. So this drone now going to move out, and the key question is, will it get spotted by Destination as it tries to come up this ramp? And now as it tries to come up this ramp, and I don't think it's going to be revealed into this location here. So now going to come back, and now, yeah, going to just double back around. This SCV now going to come into this location here and try to scout out this location. However, that's more of a mind game, so nicely done by Golden Fu using that one drone and able to now do some early scouting. He does see that there is the refinery being placed down. I believe he sees that there was, yeah, he sees the refinery being placed down, and also nicely done by Golden Fu to be able to see these double gas geysers without revealing the positioning of this Overlord because of these vents right there. So once again, should be very, very curious. I am curious as to how this game will work out. We now have a tech lab most likely will be thrown down, and Destination may be trying to go for Reapers once again. Reapers would be a very, very strong and curious choice. We do see that the respawning pool is now currently in play, and will that early Reaper be able to get significant damage dealt across onto this hatchery is going to be the key question. You got to remember that the Reapers do not have that movement upgrade speed anymore just because it takes the factory. So this one drone now currently stuck in this position. He may be better off trying to place down an extractor on this Vespian Geyser. However, that really will not work either, as the Reaper does deal extra damage against buildings. So that extractor block will not be up for very, very long. So now that drone coming over here will grow up to be an extractor. However, it will quickly see that there is this one Reaper, one SCV getting caught on the wrong side of the supply depot. Now finally coming back home, and now a Reaper will be making its way out across the map, perhaps to deal some damage. I do not see any queens, no spine crawlers just quite yet, and this Reaper may be able to get perhaps 2 to 3 kills across those drones. The drones do have I believe, a slightly slower movement speed than these Reapers. I think the Reapers, Reapers are slightly faster, and one quick kill onto a Zergling there, and now those Zerglings now trying to get a surround onto that Reaper jumping up onto that high ground, and very, very nicely Micro doing a little bit of a long jump there in that direction. Out comes a Queen. We should have a Queen over here as well, and that Queen should be able to get some quick slashes, now jumping up onto that high ground, and that Reaper is now kind of get stuck between these two locations, but beautifully Microed, already getting 4 kills, now going up to 5 kills, most of the kills being against Zerglings. However, still doing a great job cleaning up the early Zerglings, all at the cost of 45 hit points on this one Reaper, as this Reaper now tries to return home. One SCV activating this Zelnaga Watchtower between these two locations. Extractor still up over here. One Marauder will be able to take it down relatively easily as well. So down goes that Marauder, as now we have another command center being placed down, and it looks as though Destination going into a mass barracks build once again. So mass barracks build, perhaps we will see reactors being placed down here. There is an Overlord, and the Overlord will catch these barracks. So are we going to get the spine crawlers in play in order to deal with, or get the Baneling Nest in play in order to deal with the amount of just mass infantry that we are going to be seeing? The Overlord needs to get sight if it's going to be reactors or tech labs. If it's reactors, then he may have to deal with Marauders. If it's tech labs, he'll have to deal with Marauders. If it's a reactor, then all he has to really deal with is Marines, and then those Banelings will be able to handle them. So one Overlord now trying to fly away. Will it be able to make it out in time? I do not believe so, as a second Marine now coming out, and that Overlord will go splat right there. Back in the base, we now have 2 Queens onto that low ground, 1 Queen still over here, and now going for a 3rd hatchery. I'm not quite sure why Golden Fu continuing to go for that 3rd hatchery. He already has 2 hatcheries and 2 Queens. That's enough for on average 10 larvae every game minute. So if he does have that much larva, I'm not sure if he really needs that much more larva. The only thing I can consider him doing is trying to power drone, but if he does try to power drone, he needs to get a lot of spine crawlers in time in order to set up the proper defense, and with Reapers in play as well, it's going to be a lot harder to deal with these Marines and these Marauders. SCV now trying to make its way out. You can see another reactor coming in, so this is going to be a 4 racks build, 3 with reactors, as Destination going to start just pumping out massive amounts of Marines. Destination able to mine from 16 mineral patches, and even though he's behind on harvesters because he's only mining from 1 Vespene Geyser and he also has mules, he's able to catch up just a little bit. We do have the 1 bunker in play, but nothing quite in it as these Zerglings now make their way out across the field. Will they be able to deal any damage? 1 Reaper goes down, and down goes another Zergling. So 2 Reapers clearing off 100 hit point or 100 minerals and 50 gas worth, and activating this Zelnaga Watchtower for some very important sight. There also needs to be a Zergling hiding in this position here and making sure that if Destination moves out, that he has enough time to set up these spine crawlers. Zergling is now coming down into this position, now hiding in this direction. Do we have a Baneling's Nest? No Baneling's Nest, as we are now going into tier 2. Not exactly, if you see an Infestation Pit, I would agree with Golden Fu's strategy at this stage. Infestation Pit with fungal growth would be a very strong maneuver at this stage. However, Mass Zergling is just going to get simply rolled over by these Mass Marines and Marauders, especially as more and more of these units are being produced. And now going into a Spire and Baneling's Nest, I cannot believe what I am seeing coming in from Golden Fu. Golden Fu knows exactly what he's going up against, and he's trying to use Mass Zerglings. There is a lot of creep down, but Destination cleaning up all of these creep tumors will be able to stop that in just a moment. At least it is forcing Golden Fu to now try to come in and now move out with these queens. Now getting a good surround here. Zerglings now coming in. Queens now coming in as well. Getting a good surround and able to finish off a lot of these units. The queens now starting to slash away. More Marines coming off. And will it be enough? No concussive shell that I can see just quite yet. No Marines. Now using that stim pack, trying to catch up. Queens now coming back over here. Now dealing more damage. Zerglings now on creep once again. Getting a good surround. Drones coming off the mineral line. Queens trying to catch up. However, those Marines able to move and attack and pull back. And now a lot of these Marines are very low on hit points. We need to get some transfusions across onto these Queens. Otherwise, these Queens will get taken down. I do not see enough minerals for Mutalisk just quite yet. Sitting on a lot of gas. And I think Banelings would have been just an absolute critical portion of this game, especially when those Zerglings did a good surround here. Transfusion, however, a little bit late there as more Marines continue to this amazing push of a million-man army just moving out, trying to deal more and more damage. Now going to perhaps go after some of these drones. More Zerglings coming back in, and we do see some drones now coming in, and these Marines now trying to make sure that they cannot get flanked out of position. 1 queen back over here getting the spawn larva, and now trying to deal damage towards this 1 solo Marine. 1 queen trying to pull back again as more drones deal more damage. No spine crawlers. This is just a horrible mistake by Golden Fu, as Golden Fu is being forced to just try to mine and stay up in this game so far. More queens still being trained production-wise or army-wise. 950 versus 175. Drones coming off the mineral line, trying to get some surrounds off, deal more damage across more of these Marines. Marines doing some great job just stimming, moving backwards, and continuing to deal massive amounts of damage. However, the Zerglings should be able to finish off these last couple Marines here as more reinforcements once again come in. So Zerglings now trying to hide in this position. Production-wise, more Queens, more Zerglings, and now we do see that there is a lot of Zerglings and a lot of larvae. However, I think Roaches would have been a better call at this point. Roaches and Banelings. We also see that there's still a large amount of gas being massed up, and Infestors would be absolutely huge at this stage in the game. I do not know why the Infestors are not being used. Harvester count, we now see the Terran player sitting at 47 Harvesters, so he has the economy advantage and the tech advantage as well, and the production advantage, currently running off of 6 racks. So 6 barracks, 3 of them with reactors, just going for massive amounts of Marines. Zerglings trying to clean up the middle of the stage, and now Golden Zerg doesn't realize how far behind he truly is. We now finally see some Banelings currently being brought into play, in addition to that movement upgrade for those Banelings. Also some Mutalisk coming in, but I do not know why we would be seeing Mutalisk now coming into play, especially when you know your opponent has mass mass reactors. Mass reactors are just a horrible reason to try to go for Mutalisk. Starport can come into play and try to take down the reactors. Also, mass marines can come out and deal a lot of damage as well. Marines now finally coming out of here. One of those Mutalisks looks like it may get taken down. No, not taken down. Able to barely escape with about, 10 hit points? 7 hit points. We may get a transfusion on that one Mutalisk as these units all return home. More reactors coming into play. And now Golden Fu needs to go for Infestors. He has the gas for it. He has the tech for it. If he goes for Infestors, gets the Pathogen Glands, and then also gets Burrow, he will be able to spawn infested Terran and deny the high mobility of these Marines. The Marines, you also have to remember, are relatively low hit point units. All it takes is one fungal growth or 2 fungal growths back to back to really take down and weaken this whole entire Marine army. Siege tanks now back over here, sieging up a little bit too early as these Marines now trying to clean up the rest of this fight here. Level 1 weapons upgrade nearing completion, so it does not look like Destination wants to engage just quite yet. Just trying to hold off for now, perhaps waiting for Golden Fu to make a mistake, but really, I do not see Destination making a mistake. He has the army advantage, he has the income advantage, and we do see that Golden Fu has tried to come back and now getting a strong economy advantage as well. Mutalisk now trying to come in. However, a quick stim, no stim on these Marines, now just trying to chase after those Mutalisks. A lot of those Mutalisks are low on hit points, and then running into another group of Marines. And with so many Marines now on the ground, it is going to be very difficult for Golden Zerg, the Golden Zerg player, Golden Fu, to really do anything. Now the Banelings trying to roll into this position here. Are they going to be able to splash in, get some damage across any of these Marines over here? Getting a nice amount of splash damage here. Mutalisk now trying to finish off the rest of these Marines. However, there's simply too many Marines to deal with and not enough Banelings on the ground. Unit combination, I do not see any Banelings currently in play. Only 3 current Baneling concludes. A Queen now coming out to try to engage. More Mutalisk getting one transfusion before it almost gets taken down. Mutalisk once again re-engaging. A lot of Marines on the ground using that stim. A lot of stim currently being used by these Marines, and Marines just taking so much damage, and then a quick Baneling and suicide taking down many of those Marines once again. However, the army advantage is still in favor of Destination. Destination having about twice the army size of Golden Fu. We do see more medevacs now coming into play as well, and really I would like to see some Infestors. Infestors would just be the perfect complement to this army at this stage. Those Mutalisks are just getting torn apart and shot out of the sky by those high-powered Gauss rifles. Siege tank now moving in, able to get a couple quick blasts, and now getting a surround onto that tank. No, unable to, as more Marines coming in from behind. Marines still with that level 1 weapons upgrade, able to deal so much damage very quickly, finishing off this base here. And I believe Golden Fu will be forced to say GG. He's trying to salvage the game. Will he be able to? Mutalisk now in the air. Mutalisk finished off many of those Marines, so now there are only siege tanks left. So this army is getting picked apart here. Last siege tank will get taken down. However, a fresh group of Marines now coming in, and now missile turrets also being built. So establishing some static defense as well. And a missile turret pretty much deals the same amount of damage as quickly as 4 Marines. So this missile turret here with a range of 7 will be able to perhaps put a lot of pressure onto these Mutalisks in the air. We now see another expansion set up down over here by Golden Fu. However, I do not know if he will be able to hang on to that long enough to make it count for the win. SCV should probably be on auto repair to try to repair that Benovac as well, as these units now continue to move out. Golden Fu sitting with 6 Banelings, and those are going to have to be some very beautiful Banelings in order for this fight to continue. Will Destination be able to finish this off, or will those Banelings do enough damage? Marines now moving out, gonna try to take out that creep tumor there. Down, no, it does not get taken down. Mutalisk now in the air, trying to put damage onto some of those medevacs. However, unable to focus down that last medevac, down to 25 hit points here. A new fresh siege tank coming in. Banelings and Mutalisk trying to suicide into this group. Will it be enough? Banelings simply rolling into those units over there, and now Mutalisk in the air trying to finish out the rest of those units, trying to take down some of those siege tanks. Mutalisk, however, need to get out of range of that missile turret, and as more units continue to come in, Golden Fu just continuing to lose this game. Missile turrets, medevacs, Marines, siege tanks doing such a great job. Not a single Marauder in sight, so not massive MMM. Massive Marines with medevacs finishing this game, and Golden Fu says GG. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between Golden Fu and Destination here on Metalopolis.